Hello everybody, Neofizz here, and welcome back to my Neofizz Playing Minecraft series on the Strontkever server. And I can tell by the color of the floor right now that it's becoming morning. It just changed from pink and it's turning to green now. That usually means morning. At least I'm pretty sure it does. And the clock on the wall says that it's morning. Alright, so I was right. Yay! Alright, it's morning! Yay! Okay, well, in this episode, I've got a plan. I was looking at my farm and looking all around and going, boy, I've sure got lots of food here. I've got a herbalism skill that I get from the server, and every time I harvest everything in here, my herbalism skill goes up 10 points. Normally you gotta work like heck to make your herbalism skill go up 1 point, but there's so much stuff here to harvest, it takes me about an hour to harvest this entire farm. And when I'm done, I'm ready to relax, I'll tell you that. But I get 10 points, 10 skill points. So, but I'm looking at it all and going, okay, well, I don't eat this, but it's in the farm. And I look at this, I go, well, I don't really eat this. This goes into potions, but it's in the farm. Alright. I may make some cookies out of the cocoa here, but I don't eat the cookies. I sell them in my shop instead. That's why there's so little, because they don't sell so much. But here they are. They're in the farm, though. So, with the fact that there's things here you don't eat that are on the farm, I thought, well, the farm needs to expand to include some other things you don't eat. So, I decided I'm going to get started. And here we are on a new room. And this new room off of the big room, this is a large room, but not nearly as large as the main room. I don't know if I'm going to open this up or not, or just leave it as a passage coming in here. But I got started on it. I did the ceiling, and I started lining the walls, and I thought, well, this room, I'm going to use lighting on the wall just to help brighten it up more, and it gives you more of a feel of what it represents, because in this room, I'm planning to grow trees. That's right, trees. And the nice thing here is this is the spot where the ravine was. And I've grassed over a lot of this branch of the ravine. This went a long way down this way, and I've just laid grass over the whole thing while I'm building my farm. But at this point, I'm not going to grass it anymore, not at this level. So what I was originally planning, and I was looking at this and going, if I take out this little wedge here, it wouldn't take too long to mine that out, and I'd have a nice little spot there that I can grow trees. But then I started thinking about it, thinking, what, can I grow 3 or 4 trees there or what? And I thought, no, that's not nearly enough. I almost lost my sword there. So I decided I'm going to make it bigger. And the nice thing here is this is 2 ravines crisscrossing each other. And what I decided is I'll let that section this off for me. So I decided that this spot here, I'm going to cut it all the way down as deep as you see that dirt spot there. And that way I'll have some spot that I can grow those really tall jungle trees. And then I thought, well, maybe I'll cut this whole thing to be that tall as well too. So I can grow even more of the really tall jungle trees, as well as a few other varieties that can get really tall. Like you can get some really tall oaks if you grow them right too. And then leave the rest of this huge spot here, which looks like it's the biggest piece of them all, and cut this only so it's about 10 blocks tall from the roof. Maybe 12, but I think 10 is what I'm going to go with. I might cut 12 so that I've got something to build up from. But that'll restrict the trees so they can only get 10 blocks tall. And that'll make for easier harvesting. And then down in here I'll have the really tall ones for when I want to harvest those kind. So that's kind of the plan. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and record as much of this as I can, of myself chipping away at this. And I'm going to take the whole thing down to those levels that I mentioned, and I'm going to lay in soil and grass. I'm going to make it all nice and green. I'm going to keep covering the walls as I go down and put lighting in so that the whole thing feels nice and bright when it's all done. And then we'll show it to you when it's all done. So I'm going to keep working away and I'll show you when it's done. Alright, something I wanted to do before I get started with all that is an enchantment. I've got 31 levels, so we might as well use them. I've got a book here to try it on. So let's give it a shot and hope for the best. Efficiency 4. Well, that's not bad. I'm really hoping for some really good high-end stuff, though. But I can always use more of these efficiencies and breakings, because I can add those to my picks and make sure they work really good. Fortune's another real toughie. I have yet to get a fortune book from doing my enchanting. You know, I've done a lot of enchanting. Infinity's a rare one too. That one's nice, but I already have Infinity Bow, and I've got another bow in stash that has that Infinity as well. So here we have Infinity and Silk Touch, the two rare ones here. Lots of Feather Falling, Sharpness, 3 and 4. Lots of Smite, Knockback. Yeah, so I'm ready to do almost any enchanting that I want. I just keep on getting the levels and going for it. Okay, so on with the show. So here we have an emerald ore, and just in case, I always use my fortune pick to mine it. Usually, well, you only get one emerald from this, but sometimes I have once gotten 2 when I used my fortune pick. So here we go. 3! Holy moly! Alright! Yippee! Alright! Yay! 3 emeralds out of 1 ore. Now that's a record. That's the first time I've ever seen that many come out of 1 ore. Yay! And once again, we have another emerald ore to mine. So, what do we get this time? 3 again? Wow. That's just incredible. They must have changed something in the logic, because it used to be that even with this there was a very slim chance of getting 2. Now you get 3. Whoa. Alright. Well, you can see we got this first section dug out here now. And so down here we'll be able to grow the really tall jungle trees. And now I'm looking here, and we're going to now extend that to go out into these 2 chunks as well. So we're onward and upward. Downward, that is. Hey, check it out. Just as I was working away here, down there, suddenly I hear the squishing sound. And sure enough, looks like we got ourselves another slime chunk down here. this guy spawned inside of it. Well, it's, we should do it seriously here. I guess it'll be okay to have a slime now and then down here when in my tree farm. Won't hurt, I guess. This is not a swamp biome, that's for sure. This is extreme hills edge. I'm still in the mountains here, right? Well, a little bit of ocean right here. Yeah, so I'm still in the extreme hills zone, so I shouldn't be getting this. But so this is an actual slime chunk then. The double here shows a chunk border, right? And here we don't see. Okay, this should be a double right here as well. Did not realize. That's the other chunk border. So chances are it was this chunk here, not this chunk here. That's pretty slim chance of it being that one. So there we go. We got ourselves a slime chunk. We need to mark it special so that we won't miss out. Let's put back one of these gold blocks here so I know. That's the ticket. Alright. Oh yes, we have found yet another emerald ore to harvest. So here we go. Whoa, look at that! We got 4 out of that one. Oh my goodness me. Now that's something else. We're getting, you can see here, we're cutting our way through all this. I'm just making the channel here, and everything to the left goes down to this level. Everything to the right, I think I decided I'm going to have 2 different levels with. Okay, we'll go back at it. And here we are with yet another emerald ore. Boy, am I ever hitting the jackpot on these or what, eh? And that time we only got 2, but holy moly, they just keep popping up. Oh yes. And we're getting closer and closer to finishing. Oh, we did finish. Now I just gotta put dirt down at the bottom of this. And then we're ready to take the rest of that down. Yeehaw. Here he is again. These guys keep showing up down here, so we know we definitely have a slime chunk on our hands. So I don't know if we should take advantage of that or not. Or maybe we'll just be happy having slimes bouncing around our tree farm all the time. Something like that, probably. And oh yes, we have found yet another one of these emerald ores. Ooh boy, 3 that time. Oh my goodness. That is just too much. How much of that emerald ore I've been getting, or how many of the emeralds I've been getting from the emerald ore. So as you can see here, I'm pretty much done laying out the tree farm. Looks good. I like it. So I'll have lots of space down here for growing the really tall ones. And I can take the ladder or the staircase way up here. This was just some cave system here I wanted to leave available. I might put a door here to keep intruders out. And we have to go all the way to the top to get the big view so you can see the whole thing. The grass is still spreading, but it's going pretty good. We're pretty close to done. I don't know, this feels a little dangerous. It's just a one path out of glass to get across here, but I somehow manage. So we get over here. This up here is where we'll be growing the really short trees, the ones that only need 8 blocks of height to grow properly. And this is where some of the fastest growing can occur, because when it's only 8 blocks, you can chop it down really quick and get another one planted and growing really quick. Oops! You know, I should have taken the dirt out of there and oh yeah, and put the stone brick instead in there. There we are. That looks better. Oops, same here. Want some stone brick there too. Okay, better. Yeah, and here we'll be having a few of the more medium height ones, right? That can get to a taller height. This would be more like spruce trees here. Alright, whereas up here, this is more like the birch trees and the small oak trees, right? And here this is, we could have spruce as well as the medium or larger oak trees. And here, even larger spruce and oak trees. I'm not sure. I might make another level down here that's only a couple wide to just put some, little gardening items to pretty it up around the fringe here. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see what I do with that, right? But you can see here that if you look carefully, so we've still got that chunk of the ravine available, but off in this direction we've eliminated the ravine, and off in that direction we've eliminated the ravine. So we were pretty close to the end where they crisscross. So we still have this really long chunk here that's open, but it's pretty well lit, so I don't think I'm going to worry about any mobs coming in. And this other end here, that it's pretty well lit too, but I glassed it over. I might glass this one over too. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. I'll have to get a staircase up to it again as well too. So there we are. I've got the whole thing nicely lined with the smooth stone bricks, and it looks pretty good all around. There's lots of space for growing trees here. I'll be able to get lots of wood going. Lots and lots of every different kind of wood that I could desire here. And you can see way up there in the top left corner where I preserved the silverfish blocks once again. Right? That's why I had to lower the floor up there, just to make sure I still had enough height. So here we are, here it is. Here's our awesome tree farm all loaded up and ready to do its thing. You can see I managed to get 5 of the humongous jungle trees into place here. I've got a couple of rows of the spruce here as well. Then I got a couple rows of birch, another row of spruce, birch, another row of jungle, and a final row of spruce back here. See, oh, look, oh no, there's an empty spot here. What's going on? Who dropped the ball? Okay, well, we'll put something that's in line with what's already here. So actually, we just need a space of 2, and then we can put one here, one there. Can we put one here? We'll try it. Try it. See if we can. Oh yes, we can. There we are. Holy moles. Uh-oh, there's no way out. Oh, here we are. Fine. Yeah, it's because of these guys up here that I had to drop the floor. There we are. The tree farm's all ready, and look at all the trees I can grow and harvest. And that's what I'm going to be doing for a little bit to build up my wood population, as well as increase my wood cutting skill on the server. So there you go. It was a blast, and we got the thing fully running now, all up with all the trees and everything going. So I hope you enjoyed checking this out with me. It's been a lot of fun. And until our next time, this is Neofizz signing out.